Today on the channel, we take a trip to Sweetwater, Texas. Beautiful this time of year for the Target Legends Series 25, Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Target Legends Series 25 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got something fun, we got something special, we got a first-timer in the line in Justin Hawk Bradshaw. But for all your Justin Hawk Bradshaw needs, Target. But for all your other wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. We know how that goes. And of course, we also know how this review is going to go. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do little comparisons later on in this very video. And I'm calling it a first time in the line because JBL, Bradshaw, John Bradshaw, Layfield, whatever you want to call him, Justin Hawk Bradshaw in this instance, he's had a lot of gimmicks over the years. This one, not as memorable as some of the other ones, but this one I loved back in the day, and we'll swap some stories maybe later on in this video right here. But love getting this figure here. Really brings me back to the old Bone Cruncher days. We'll compare that later on in this video as well. But there's old Justin Hawk Bradshaw, just a tough Texan, a tough cowboy, right out of the school of Stan Hansen is what it is. And there was always something special about those cowboys like Stan Hansen back in the day. Even Barry Windham and even Blackjack Mulligan, the Black Jakks, of course, another gimmick of JBL. Justin Hawk Bradshaw. And rumors are in the Monday Night Wars line, we're going to get Blackjack Bradshaw. So I'm here for that as well. Would love to see that. Would love to see Barry Windham get involved in that. Not sure if that's going to happen. But maybe there's a way we can make it to 2 Blackjacks. We'll see what ends up happening there. But love this figure here. Of course, Legends packaging, we know it by now. Series 25, Elite, WWE Classics logo, Justin Hawk Bradshaw, Mattel down low. Series 25, there's old Bradshaw, old Justin Hawk. And on the back, got the cross sell. We're unboxing all these on the channel. Make sure you do stick around. Check out all the reviews. Then, of course, at the very end, we're going to rank the whole wave, including the Chase Rick Rude. So stay tuned to that. Got a little tail of the tape blurb. Let's see what it says about old Justin Hawk. Titles, WWE Champion, United States Champion, World Tag Team Champion. Before he was the wrestling god, JBL or bodyguard for hire as part of the APA. Yeah, I even forgot that in my list of stuff. He was Justin Hawk Bradshaw, a rough and tumble Texas cowboy cut from the same mold as legends like Stan Hansen. Bradshaw made an immediate impact as he branded his fallen opponents with the initials JB on his first step towards the WWE Hall of Fame. Very, very cool. And I always loved Bradshaw back in the day. All those gimmicks, I loved pretty much every single one of them. I do find him to be a underrated performer in the legacy of wrestling over the last couple of decades. And I think a lot of that has to do with people. There's a lot of people that don't like him. They call him a bully. You see and hear that stuff all the time, of course. I don't know. I never had those kind of interactions with him, I guess. But I always enjoyed all of his gimmicks. The rough Texans. When he came back after the APA, then he got injured, and then he went to the JBL. I mean, there was a lot of gimmicks, a lot more when you really sit and think about it for JBL. A lot more going on there. And he has taken over the podcast for Bruce Pritchard, at least temporarily, and I really enjoyed listening to those episodes as well. Maybe you did as well, and check it out if you have not. How about that? So let's pull them out of the package. Got the glamour shot inside there. See you later. Goodbye. An old plastic prison locked down. You can't keep an old Bradshaw locked down. Looking very good right here. Got the big trench coat as well, the big old cowboy duster. If you're a cowboy, you got to have a duster when you're out riding your horse. We know how that goes. You got to keep all that dust out of your face and all that kind of stuff. Very interesting. And then, of course, more twist ties up top because why wouldn't we? Everybody's following Todd McFarlane. Todd, you get a hard time on the couch. You get it from me all the time, of course. But, man, people are really coming around to your twist tie philosophy. Let's lock everything down. And let's lock it really tight so we can't even get our hands in there to remove it. That'll teach you to be an in-box collector or an out-of-box collector. I'm just going to power through on this one or maybe sneak through this way. Don't want to cut out any of that fringe, that's for sure. Fringe is in, of course. I love that story about my wife. I still tease her to this day. See you later, goodbye. One of these days I'll tell the story again. Not here, but I've told the story many a times about Angie and her fringe obsession. How about that? More to come, more to come. But let's dive into this one here. Let's dive into the hands first. That's where we're going to start with this one with JBL. There's a lot going on with this. So you do get a gripping hand on both, standard gripping hands. And then you do get the hook 'em horn sign, the old, ooh, you can just see Stan Hansen doing it, throwing it up here. Or maybe they learned it from old Ronnie James Dio, but it really, at the end of the day, is basically like the two sweet hands. Got to get the most out of your molds. We know how they do that here. But it does look pretty good because most of those cowboys throwing up the old horns all the time, as we do know. Sometimes they throw this one up too, but that's more of the Shaka Bra, if you ask me. That's just me. We did got a little rubber band action here, holding down that bull rope. I believe that's a bull rope, I would imagine. Pull that rubber band out right there. And we do get the old bull rope right here. Very cool. Got the cowbell stuck to it as well. We saw this, I believe, with Cody Rhodes in the Defining Moments. Very cool for figure photographers and players out there, as you can have a bull rope match right here. You got a spot, you put the hands in, you can have a bull rope match. Now, I don't remember Bradshaw having any bull rope matches in this persona in the WWE. Maybe he did, but I'm pretty sure he carried this one around. Of course, he had his manager, Dutch Mantell, for a lot of it. Man, I love Dutch Mantell. Get me a Dutch Mantell figure. I'm here for Dutch Mantell. I've always enjoyed his stuff. I always enjoyed his wrestling work. I also like his booking and stuff. And I enjoy hearing him swapping stories and stuff. Maybe that's just me. I like those old timers. But I do like old Dutch Mantell. Would love to have an updated Dutch Mantell from the Mattel line. But looking pretty good. Got the cowbell here. I'm here for things like that. Very, very fun. Very cool. But now we're diving into old JBL here. And we're going to start with the head sculpt on here. And that, honestly, unfortunately for me, I think is the weak link of this figure here. He looks like he was just caught in the shower doing something he shouldn't be doing with one of the boys. Who knows what that could be? But man, he looks like somebody just scared the ghost out of him or something, or he saw a ghost. I don't know what he's doing here, but he's got just a blank face on him, very much like a mannequin. The eyes look absolutely dead inside. It almost looks like somebody just painted on his goat or his beard with a brush, and they did because it's painted on here. But it doesn't look as realistic as other beards in the line we've seen. It just looks very, very off. Now, I do like that little strand of hair. Looks good. Got the nice ponytail in the back, the long hair. But, man, just looks very surprised. It almost looks like they said, okay, let's grab a JBL figure and let's just dress it up. I just feel like there's something very, very off on the head sculpt to me. Maybe that's just me. You guys tell me in the comments. Now, you do got a big brown elbow pad over here. We're here for that, of course. Very interesting. We got a big knee pads down here. We got one black, one brown, so some differences there. And a little bit of a knee sleeve on one side in black painted on. You got the JB on the trunks here, the red trunks with the brown trim. And then he's the Hawk on the back right there. The Hawk. The Hawk, Ronnie Hawkins, oh, one of the greats of all time. Of course, the great band, named the band, used to be with Ronnie Hawkins. Who do you love, baby? I got a rattlesnake for a necktie. Do you want me to sing Who Do You Love? I could sing that for everybody. You guys want to hear sing the song with Kyle? Maybe. But I'm a big fan of the band, big fan of Ronnie Hawkins and the Hawks back in the day. The Hawk on the back here. Talked about the hands here looking good. I'm going to keep it probably like this, have them coming down, throwing one of those up to everybody. Wouldn't mind having that. Got the black wrist tape on one, nothing on this side over here. And then you get down to the cowboy boots, very interesting. It's like he's got his black work shoes on, and then he's got the boots like layered over top. It almost looks like they're separate. But it does look good. I like the ornate colors on there, the red and the design, and then the plain black. It does pop. It does look pretty good. I don't have an issue with that. We do get a nice soft goods kind of garbage bag style duster on this one, and then you got all the fringe on the top. It does look pretty cool for what it is, and I like that it is something different. I mean, they could have just gave us one of the many black coats, cut the sleeves off, and painted it brown and dyed it brown, whatever. This is some new stuff. It'd be interesting if they ever get reuse out of this somewhere down the line, maybe with a Barry Windham figure or something. We'll see what happens. The Stalker, could we get a Stalker figure? That'd be pretty cool. But I do like the jacket coat on here looking very nice. Now, arms, of course, going to go all the way around for us like the elites do in this day and age. You do get a bicep cut. Double-jointed, pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that. Hands removable back forth, side to side. You do get an ab crunch. Very, very tight. Waist, very nice. Head removable back forth, side to side. Boot goes up real high. No Vietnam bounce back here. We're really cleaning up at Vietnam. Getting a lot better. Definitely a little tight, though, in the hips still, but not as bad as we have seen. You do get the thigh cut. Double jointed knees. I'm guessing there's pins in here, and it's probably hidden behind. Yep, there is pins in there, which doesn't bother me once again because it is covered up by the big knee pads. boot cut a little bit, ankles back and forth, side to side. All of our usual articulation here on old Justin Hawk Bradshaw. And does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And what do you know? We got a cowboy ready to go wherever he may roam, like a young Bon Jovi, but a million times better. Did I say a million? I meant a billion times better than Bon Jovi. We got Justin Hawk Bradshaw. I did mention Dutch Mantell, not quite the old one. This is more Zeb Coulter style here. But, man, I would love a dirty Dutch Mantell figure as a manager, wrestling. Give me all the real hair with Dutch Mantell. That'd be a perfect time, Mattel. Give us the real hair and start it with Dutch Mantell. Let's do it. License to print money on the house right there. And then we go to this one I mentioned earlier, Bone Cruncher, Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Very, very cool figure here. I got a hat on him here, but very, very cool. Love this figure. Loved it way back when. There was a lot of people that did not like this one, and a lot of people that did not like the new Black Jakks with the Bone Cruncher days. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. They were a trio, even though two of them were technically the same guy, but I always had them as a trio in my fig fit. So it was a very cool time, very fun piece of business. Loved playing with this one. Those guys ran Roughshod as one of the top stables in my fig fit. That's how much I liked them. And apparently all these years later, I find out I'm in the minority there. But you know what? You like what you like, you don't what you don't. That's the way it goes there. But man, oh man, very fun old Bradshaw right here. Happy to have an updated modern day one with this. Now, I would have liked to see a cowboy hat, but not a lot of cowboy hats. I don't think he even wore a cowboy hat every single time. So I guess we can say it is what it is on that one there. Like this one, I got a Jeff Jarrett hat on him here. But it is what it is. Love to get Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Love first-timers in the line. Keep those things coming. But a pretty fun figure all in all. The weakest spot being the head scan, unfortunately for me. But besides that, a beautiful, beautiful figure. But what are your guys' thoughts? A pickup, a pass, long game, no game? I don't know, game? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by March. Can we do it? It's going to be close, but I need your help. Yes, you sitting on the couch over there. Need your help. We'll see if we can do that. Check out the Patreon for early access to videos like this. Plenty of bonus stuff and your best way to support the YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Pro Wrestling Tees is the place to be. That's right. Okay, head over there. Search Kyle Peterson, as I did say. You can find me on TikTok now for all my sick dance moves. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram, and my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, available right now. So for Justin Hawk Bradshaw, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.